Hi everyone, welcome to another episode of How to Miro. In this video, we'll be taking a look at wireframes in Miro. So let's dive in. On my screen right now, I have a few wireframes that I've already created, and I just want to demonstrate this before we actually dive into how it was created. So you can see over here, I have added a few what you would call browser screens. So wireframes is generally uh, low fidelity wireframes, so low fidelity tools to demonstrate how your product would look like. So it doesn't have to be super detailed. It's not a designer who's probably done it, or it's not a fully finished completed design. So wireframes could just be as simple as just telling you what the general structure and just the basic contents would look like of a website. So I have here on my screen a sign up page. I have a hello world page. It says sign up today, email, password, submit button, and cancel. Now I can click on this and go on to the next page. So when you click submit, this is where you would go. You would go into a welcome dashboard sort of page, and you can have a onboarding video over here. There's a search bar. You're probably logged in, so there's an avatar, and you can also click on this to go to any other site. Similarly, that's of course desktop. Desktop for desktop screens. You can also create wireframes for mobile screens. And what I've done is I've created the same structure, same format, but for mobile. You can click on it and go on to any other wireframes that you have. So everything is already built in. You just have to add all the content in your screens. So how is this created? So this is just an example, but how would you go about creating wireframes just like this, or way more complicated like this in Miro? So let's have a look. To start off with, what you would do is you would click on this icon here, Wireframe Library. So this little icon here, and when you click on it, you would get a side panel that pops up and a lot of options to choose from. So you can see that there's already a lot of options here. So you have the different device types, different the content types, so you have all types of input fields, you have buttons, you have avatar images, videos, and a few legacy sort of wireframes as well. So different options available. All I have to do is I can just drag and drop the element on your screen. So I've just added a tablet version. Since you've already created a browser and mobile, let's create a tablet version. So I've added that, and then I can add a heading, and I can call this hello world. And then for general text, I can just drag and drop a text, and of course I can use these markers to place it exactly in the center. Place it here, sign up today, and I can always adjust the size and stuff later, so there's not an issue at all. All I have to do is just click on whatever element I need to configure and just increase the font size from here, or just basically resize it from the corners. So in terms of the elements itself and the interaction with these elements, it is exactly like how you would add just a text from the left sidebar. So there's not much difference here in terms of the interactions. It's just sort of created custom components only for wireframes here. To add a button, I can just add a solid button. I have an option to do that, or I can add a plain sort of no fill button with just a border, and I can always change the color if I did want to. So I can always make this red, for example. For buttons, especially for buttons, I can click on it and change the different states. So I can say it's a solid button, it's a line button, or it is a text link. And I can also make it disabled, or I could add an icon in front of the button. So a few options over there. that I can choose from. When you want to add an interaction, so with wireframes is not too much of interaction, so it's not too much of a prototyping situation going on here. It's just wireframing. But if you do want to add a little bit of interaction to switch between frames, you can click on a particular element, three dots, and then click on link to. This link to, well, you can either paste an external URL or pretty much just click any other object on your screen. I clicked on this frame and I say confirm. Now when I click on this image, when I click on this button, oops, there you go, it redirects me to the correct frame. So just like this, I mean, there's not too many components to choose from, but there's, I think, enough of them where you can sort of get started with basic wireframing if you'd like. There's a few options here. Now a few things to note. As I said, it's just a wireframing tool. It is not prototyping, which means you can't add too many interactions with this. But even, you know, with that being said, let me talk about a constraint that you might very soon notice if you do end up using wireframes in Miro. And that is, so let's say if you use tabs or any of the horizontal vertical tabs or mobile tabs or even a toggle, when you link an element, so let's say if you want different tabs to actually open different frames, which is most likely going to be the case, you cannot add a link to one specific tab. You can change the content for this, but when you click on three dots and click on link to, it is actually going to add a link on the entire element itself. So not on a specific tab, but it is going to add a link for the entire component. So that is something to keep in mind if you're looking for individual tab interactions, click interactions, then that might not be possible, at least at this stage, at the time of recording this video. But hey, like for everything else, you know, you can always have individual elements, and you can, you know, check them or uncheck them as you like. You have different toggles as well, and a few different options. But yeah, that's a constraint that you might need to keep in mind. Now another thing of wireframes, and this is a tip if you would like to present these wireframes to your team, is that at a basic level it is basically a frame. So this browse that you see is actually a frame, and so that means that you can pretty much go and present this to your team like as you would create presentations. And so if I do want to present these wireframes, I can click on the presentation mode button here below, and this is something that we also looked at in a previous video, is that I can just click through here and show the entire wireframes, or if I click while presenting, I can, you know, navigate away to different wireframes, and this goes for mobile and desktop as well. So there you go. This was a quick video to sort of demonstrate wireframes in Miro, and if you do give it a try, just let me know in the comments below what you thought of this, and if you compared it with any other tool that you might already have used in the past. Let me know below what you think of it as well in comparison to other tools that you might have used. If you do like this video, if you do find this useful, please give it a thumbs up, and if you do want to watch a few more videos that I'll be posting on this channel, please click on the subscribe button down below, and also do consider sharing this video with your network, so friends, family, colleagues, whoever this video might be useful for. That's all for this video. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in another video some other time. Bye bye.